April is just getting started, but AI is already stealing the show. Governments are betting on nuclear, gamers are getting schooled by bots, and Alibaba is gunning for OpenAI. This is next-level chaos. But before we dig in, we found that 60% of you aren't following us yet. Please do us a huge favor, hit that follow button, and collect our episodes on pods.media. Your support means a lot. Thanks, guys. Okay, ready to dive into the AI craziness this week?
Bring it on. What do we got?
We've got a whole mix of news and analysis, all pointing to some seriously big changes in AI.
Sounds about right for April, honestly.
Yeah, no kidding. So for everyone listening, this is your chance to get up to speed on what's important. We're talking infrastructure, marketing, gaming, even international competition, all the fun stuff.
And what's wild is it's not just a bunch of random happenings. There's a real feeling of momentum building, a sense that things are shifting in a big way.
Okay, so let's start with the foundation. Literally the infrastructure that makes all this AI stuff possible. The U.S. government's making some pretty bold moves.
Yeah, they're going big on data centers. The Department of Energy is looking at 16 federal sites, places like Los Alamos, Oak Ridge, those kinds of research heavyweights.
Those are some serious names. And get this, they're talking about using nuclear power to run these data centers. Nuclear power and AI. That's a combo I didn't see coming.
It's a pretty smart move when you think about it. These AI systems are energy hogs, and nuclear power is reliable, low carbon. Plus, using existing nuclear sites could really speed things up in terms of getting these data centers built. Less red tape,
So we're talking a potential boost to AI development.
Yeah, some experts are saying this could speed things up by 30%. Which is huge, right? Faster development means we could see breakthroughs in all sorts of areas much sooner.
Wow. Okay. So from the nuts and bolts of data centers, let's jump to marketing. UPP, the advertising giant, just bought Infosum.
Right. And Infosum, they're all about data collaboration. They've built this platform where businesses can basically share insights about their customers without actually revealing who those customers are.
So they can compare notes without compromising privacy.
Exactly. It's all about preserving privacy while still allowing for powerful data analysis, which is essential these days, especially with regulations like GDPR in Europe.
Right, GDPR. Those fines can be massive if you mess up on data privacy.
Up to 20 million euros in some cases. So yeah, not something to mess around with. But with Infosum's technology, companies can work together and gain insights from a much larger pool of data, all while staying on the right side of those regulations.
Makes sense. Okay, enough about selling stuff. Let's talk about playing games. DeepMind. They created this AI called Dreamer, and it just mastered Minecraft. That's got to be more than just beating a game, right?
Oh, absolutely. What's fascinating about Dreamer is that it essentially learned to imagine the consequences of its actions. It figured out how to find diamonds in the game without anyone telling it how.
Hold on, imagine. It's thinking about the future.
In a way, yes. It's running these internal simulations to figure out the most effective strategies. It's a major leap forward in what we call reinforcement learning.
So beyond Minecraft, what could this kind of AI do in the real world?
The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing. Think about things like optimizing logistics, designing better cities, even responding to natural disasters. All situations where anticipating future outcomes is crucial.
That's a huge deal. Though you got to wonder about the legal side of things, right? Training AI on copyrighted games, is that even allowed?
Yeah, that's a whole other discussion. We could see some interesting legal battles brewing in the future.
Definitely something to watch. Okay, from gaming, we're going global. Alibaba, the Chinese giant, is about to release its new AI model, Qwen 3.
It's a big move. They're basically taking aim at the big players in AI, models like DeepSeek V3 and GPT-4o, which is OpenAI's latest. It shows how quickly China is catching up in the AI race.
Catching up how quick?
The gap's down to about 3 months, according to some estimates. That's pretty incredible progress.
Wow. So what happens if Qwen...
For sure. It could mean a lot more competition, which is usually a good thing for innovation. But there's also the geopolitical side of things to consider. With all the tension between the U.S. and China, there's a chance Qwen 3 could face restrictions in the West.
Banned outright.
It's possible. And that could lead to more trade disputes in the tech world. It's a bit of a wild card.
Okay, let's shift gears again. From global competition to the nitty-gritty of running a business. xAI just launched this AI agent specifically for enterprises. What's the big idea there?
It's all about automation and making businesses more efficient. This particular agent is designed to handle customer service tasks.
So think like chatbots, but smarter.
Yeah, think chatbots on steroids. They can answer questions, resolve issues, even escalate things to a human agent when needed. And the potential cost savings are huge. Some estimates say companies could cut costs by up to 25%.
Sounds pretty tempting. But I'm guessing it's not as easy as just plugging in an AI and watching the magic happen, right?
You got it. A lot of companies just aren't ready for this level of automation. They don't have the right systems in place, the right APIs, the right governance frameworks. Estimates say around 80% of firms are lacking the basics for AI integration.
It's not just about the AI itself, it's about the whole ecosystem around it.
Exactly. You need the right infrastructure to make it work.
Makes sense. Okay, let's take a break from the corporate world and talk about something a little more fun, sports. IBM brought some AI-powered features to the Masters Golf Tournament.
That's right. They had AI-generated commentary in both English and Spanish, which is pretty cool. Plus, they used AI to analyze player stats and course conditions, giving viewers all sorts of insights.
Personalized data to make the experience more engaging.
Exactly. The goal is to keep people glued to their screens. Some projections say these features could boost viewership by as much as 15%.
Not bad. Though, anytime you're talking about collecting and analyzing data, you got to ask about privacy, right? What happens if there's a security breach with all that fan information?
That's a valid concern. It's a balancing act, right? You want to enhance the experience, but not at the cost of people's privacy.
Okay, last stop on our AI tour, audiovisual technology. There's a big event coming up in Beijing focused on AI in the AV world.
Yeah, the Beijing Infocom China 2025. It's happening in mid-April, and AI is going to be front and center. They're going to have a whole AI tech application zone focusing on things like audio enhancement, speech recognition, video analysis, basically, making AV production smarter and more efficient.
So we're talking about AI actually helping to make movies, live events, virtual productions, all that.
Exactly. The potential impact is huge. Imagine AI taking over tedious editing tasks, controlling cameras during live shows, generating special effects in real time. The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
Wow, it sounds like AI could revolutionize the way we create and experience content.
It really could. Though it's worth remembering that not every shiny new tech demo actually makes it to the market. Historically, only about 30% of the innovations showcased at these kinds of events gain widespread adoption within a couple of years.
It's easy to get caught up in the hype.
Definitely. But the potential is definitely there.
Okay, we've covered a lot of specific examples, but zooming out a bit, what are some of the bigger trends you're seeing in AI right now?
Well, one thing that's really interesting is the role of AI in clean energy. As these AI systems get more powerful, they also get more energy hungry. So there's a real push to use AI to optimize renewable energy grids, make solar and wind power more efficient, that kind of thing. We're talking potential efficiency gains of like 20% or more.
That's massive. Anything else?
Oh yeah, tons. We're seeing a huge focus on ethics and regulation. Governments around the world are starting to grapple with the big questions around AI, data privacy, algorithmic bias, how to ensure that AI is developed responsibly. Some estimates say that by 2026, 30% of governments will have some kind of AI ethics laws on the books.
That makes sense. It's moving so fast, we need to make sure we're thinking about the implications. What else is on your radar?
Well, personalization is getting even more personal. It's not just about targeted ads anymore. We're talking about AI being used to tailor education and healthcare experiences. Imagine learning plans customized to your exact needs or treatment plans based on your unique genetic profile.
That sounds incredibly powerful and a little bit scary, to be honest. Like, what happens to privacy in that world?
It's definitely a double-edged sword. That's why the ethics conversations are so important.
What else?
Multimodal AI is exploding. That's basically systems that can understand different types of data, text, images, video, audio, all at once. It's like giving AI a whole new level of perception. Some predictions say that by 2026, 70% of new AI systems will be multimodal.
That's going to change everything.
And finally, AI is making its way into the creative industries in a big way. We're not just talking about special effects in movies. Think AI generating music, or even writing scripts. Estimates say that 40% of creative professionals could be using AI tools by 2026.
Wow, okay, so it's not just about automating jobs, it's about augmenting creativity.
Exactly. It's a whole new set of possibilities.
Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground today. What's your big takeaway from all this? Where do you think we're headed with AI?
My feeling is that we're at a real turning point. The advancements we're seeing are incredible, and they have the potential to change almost every aspect of our lives. But we're also facing some serious challenges. The energy demands of AI are huge, and we need to figure out how to power all these systems sustainably. The competition between the US and China is heating up, and that could have all sorts of unpredictable consequences.
And then, of course, there are the ethical questions that we can't afford to.
So it's a mix of excitement and caution.
Exactly. It's a bit like, we've invented fire. It's an incredibly powerful tool, but we need to use it wisely.
Love that analogy. So listeners, what are your thoughts? As we enter this new era of AI, what do you think is the most crucial factor in making sure it benefits humanity? Is it tackling the energy challenges, navigating the geopolitical tensions, ensuring ethical development, or something else entirely? We'd love to hear your perspectives.
Yeah, join the conversation. This is a future we're all building together.
Well said. And that's it for this week's deep dive into the world of AI. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the possibilities.